Hi, I'm RJ Nordlund, brewmaster at Bare Bones Brewery, and we're gonna drink some canned beer right out of Oshkosh Bagosh.
That's good. Okay, RJ, I want to start with just a little bit of background before we launch into this. The first beer was canned in Oshkosh in 1949 by the Oshkosh Brewing Company, and those funny crown tainers that looked like it was a oil can with a funnel, upside down funnel.
Can.
Yeah. The last beer canned in Oshkosh was 1972 by the People's Brewing Company. That's the year they closed. So now, 45 years later, February 7th, 2017, cans came back to Oshkosh.
That's right.
You guys canned this enormous beer, and we'll get into the beer. But talk a little bit about how this happened. You guys decided to put a beer into cans. Why and how did it all come about?
Well, Dan met with Terry from the Midwest Mobile Canning out of Chicago, and just had this plan that we were going to do it eventually. And then Battle on Bago approached us and asked if we'd make a beer for the fishing tournament. So I said, well, hell, I've never made a Pilsner before. Let's do that. So we did that. We made this Sander Vitreous Pils in cans, and it's so that we can have it at the event. But we're like, well, if they're coming, we might as well make something else too. Put it in cans. So I was like, let's make the Double Dog Dazed. And that beer, I drank a couple yesterday, and it's very delicious out of a can.
So Double Dog Dazed.
Yep.
Now, well, let's talk a little bit about how that worked out first. So Midwest Mobile Canning, they brought the canning line up here in a truck.
Mm-hmm.
And
they unloaded it yesterday morning, and yeah, it took about an hour and a half to set up. It's great, easy. I don't know.
And it pretty much filled the brew house. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was packed in there because we don't have that big of a space to begin with. It's already kind of cramped.
Yeah, you guys had 5 people working on that canning line.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I saw what you're doing briefly there, and
We're
it seemed
doing
to go really well.
35 to 37 cans a minute.
Yeah.
So
I was impressed by
quite
that
a bit.
canner too, because you know the problem that you can have with can is you get too much oxygen in there. But the way they were purging it,
Yep,
and then
they
were
purge
doing
it, and then as soon as they fill it with beer, they also put more CO2 on the top.
yeah, they swept it over to the top,
Yep.
and then they're actually canning right there on foam.
Yep.
So I mean, that thing should hold for a
Oh,
while.
it'll hold for a long time.
But I don't know if this is a beer you want to hold too long.
No, you want those hops to stay. But if you let this hold, it might turn into more of a barley wine. Still be delicious, just a lot different.
Okay, so let's talk about that beer a little bit. Dog Days is already this is an imperialized version of Dog Days.
Mm-hmm.
So Dog Days starts at 8%.
Yeah.
This one, now you've imperialized this thing, so you're up to 11% ABV.
Yep,
and
this is my version of a double IPA.
double IPA.
It's all about where I'm from.
And 120 calculated IBUs.
About, give or take. I mean, that was more of a guesstimate based on the alpha acids, but I don't have a lab, so I can't be for sure.
Right. So, but did you have so I mean, this is substantially more hops than you.
Oh yeah.
So did you have a hard time manipulating that in the brew house, that hop load?
No, I mean, we lost wort volume because of it, but I just chucked them in there, and it was great. The whole brewery smelled amazing.
Well, we can't just sit here and talk about this shit.
The hardest part was actually mashing it out with 2,000 pounds of grain.
2,000 pounds of grain.
That was the hardest part. Is that beautiful?
Good. Yeah,
Whoa.
pretty beer, man.
It's very clean. You can smell it, though, as soon as you crack that can.
When I said this to you yesterday when I came into that room when you were canning, as soon as I came through that door, you could smell hops. I mean, just off the canning line, it was really prominent. It turned out nice, pretty. So what's your lead hop in here? Is that Chinook?
Chinook and Centennial.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the Chinook really comes forward. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Really.
It's got that little bit of sweetness in there, too.
Yeah, and it finishes. The problem I think people have sometimes with these double IPAs, imperial IPAs.
They think they're going to rip their tongue out.
Well, and they sometimes don't finish dry enough. you know, so that it gets kind of cloying. This doesn't. This has a nice. It's not. I wouldn't say it's super dry, but it definitely has a nice crisp finish.
Corn is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing to dry this out. You're using
yeah.
flake
I
corn.
use corn in both of my IPA, the Dog Days version. So
I'll tell you what, it's a warming beer. I mean, we're standing in the warehouse here.
It's like 50 degrees in here.
Yeah,
and...
but it gets you there quick, man.
Oh yeah,
it's nice.
It's nice. Don't take many of these. That's why we put them in pint cans too, because I know we're gonna have the customer who complains, why can't I get that in a pint? Like, here, take them home, drink them at home. Don't drink them here and drive home, because you're not gonna be safe at all.
That's a good idea.
You know.
So are you gonna? This won't be on tap at all.
Maybe I'm gonna see if I can get a keg out of it today.
Okay, cool.
Because it blew, but I didn't have time to completely work with the racking arm and get it perfect. So
we'll
see what happens.
You'll be selling it out of the tap room here.
Yep, we're gonna sell it starting today, Wednesday. So you'll probably post it tomorrow. So by the time you see this,
show up on Thursday.
It will be on sale here. It'll also be on sale at Ski's Meat Market this week, and then it'll hit other retailers the following week.
You know, it's interesting because I can get Dog Days out of there. You can see where it comes from, but I mean, this thing is robust.
Well, I wanted, because Dog Days is completely about the hops, and with double you got to throw more of a malt factor in this, so I put some caramel malts in there, and that mixed with the hops, it's a different kind of balance. Because in the regular Dog Days, I try and balance it with just the hops, and then you're throwing malt into the equation now to add some of those flavors. And
so have you ever worked on one of these mobile canning units before? Or
never.
Like this?
No.
Do you think you'll do it again? I mean, is this going to be a one-off?
No, we're already hoping to do it with Chiquita.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with 12-ounce cans.
Cool. Did you have any? How did you come about getting these cans? So this is a wrapped can, so it's a regular can with a
actually
wrap
Midwest
around it.
Mobile Canning. They set it all up for us. You can line it up for yourself too if you're a brewer looking to do this. But it was just easy. I gave them the design and they hooked it all up for us.
And you did the label.
Yep, for this one, and for this one, Battle on Bago did it.
Well, should we try this beer?
Oh, why not?
So this is the Pilsner. Sander Vitreus. I looked that up.
Sander Vitreus.
Is that what it is? Vitreus?
I think that's what Glenn said.
That's the Latin name or the scientific name for walleye. So,
yep.
And there's a walleye right there on the. So this was brewed for Battle on Bago.
Yep.
Which is February 24th and 25th.
Mm-hmm. And we'll also be releasing it here on the 16th of February. We're gonna have a big party here, and it's gonna be wild.
So will this be on tap here anywhere, or just at Battle on Bago?
This will be on tap here.
Oh, you will have this on tap here?
We'll have some kegs here.
Okay.
Maybe some kegs at the bars over by Otter Street.
Oh, nice. So Battle on Bago is 24th, 25th at Menominee Park, and they'll be selling this there at the fishing tournament. Yeah. Well, it certainly looks like a Pilsner.
Tastes like something that Miller would make.
So what were you shooting for here?
Just actually, I was hoping to make something kind of like High Life crossed with PBR.
I was going to say it's in that line. It's not like a Bohemian Pilsner or a German Pilsner.
No, it's American. It's got to be an American Pilsner.
It's very light on the hop load. Mm-hmm. What did you use for hops in here?
I don't remember. Some Cascade hops.
Cascade. Just
actually no. I put a little bit of Chinook.
Okay.
I used Chinook because I wanted to stick with the fishing theme.
Next time, talk to me. We'll talk about cluster.
Hey now.
But it has that
light,
like sweet tinge to it.
Well, yeah,
too.
With an American Pilsner, you want it to be a little like creamy on the mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. You get that with this. It's really smooth, nice, and like almost like a creaminess to it.
Yeah, I mean, you could absorb this beer. This is like, what is the ABV on this?
It's a little over 4%. I think it's 4.2.
Wow. Yeah, this is a highly drinkable.
Oh yeah,
fishing beer.
This is perfect for the Bago battle.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, RJ. Well, this is awesome.
Hell yeah.
I mean, congratulations. First time in 45 years of Brewery's Can of Beer here. And awesome. Now, before we get out of here, this is like you're coming up on your 1-year anniversary here, aren't you?
Yeah, March. First week of March.
Time flies, man.
Hard to believe. I've done now like 16, 17 beers.
Cool.
All right, it's a crazy year.
Congratulations.
Cheers.